So it's time for the motherfucking drinking game. Yes. So the
Sorry, y'all. I
motherfucking
was
drinking
eating
game.
cookies.
You gonna take one simp or a bite out of your cookie when Turbo Man is said.
Turbo
What?
Man.
Yeah, so get ready for that one.
Horrible.
I've had it up to here with this Turbo
There's
Man.
another one in here that is good.
I've had it up to here.
Turbo Man. Like Turbo Man always says, always keep your promise if you want to keep your friends. I love it.
So bad.
Okay, so I'm gonna pass out already.
So the first 2 minutes, get
Yep.
ready for that.
So time.
Take one simp when the housewives hit on Ted.
Oh my God, these
She's like, I got
trifling bitches.
I got my garbage disposal's out. Can you come
You're
over
so
and fix
handy.
it? Handy. He's like, I think I got the tool
No
for
problem.
that.
I've got just the tool to fix that.
Yeah, you're a tool, you fucking
And he
dick.
looks at Rita Wilson with these eyes, dude, and he's like, "Oh
eyes.
nope, she's not having it yet,
Cry every
motherfucker."
night.
Dude,
Okay, so you gonna take a simp when Myron goes on his rants.
he going from rants.
And they have subliminal messages
Uh-huh.
in the show to make your kids want these toys.
And I know this shit because I went to junior college for a semester, and
That's
I took.
in psychology. So I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So yeah, do that one too.
Oh my God.
So you gonna take a simp when Howard runs across the bike cop.
Nice.
So every time he runs into the bike
Anytime he
cop,
comes across the cop.
Okay.
he gets his ticket. He knocks over his bike, drops the coffee on his hand.
Okay.
The bomb fucking blows him up. You fucking take a simp on that shit.
Sorry about your little
like
Mia.
Yeah. So you're gonna take a simp when Howard gets close to getting a Turbo Man.
Okay.
So he's chasing the chick down the street because it's in her car. He gets
Lisa.
Lisa Simpson.
Lisa Simpson.
Yep. You're gonna take a simp when he gets his Espanol Turbo Man who falls apart in his hands. Take some simps, okay? So you gonna take a simp when they make fun of Booster.
Aw, nobody likes you,
I figured
Booster.
that was gonna be in there.
And that's why I kind of named the drink semi after him. Because I felt bad for Booster.
Yeah. He's pink. Why don't you like him?
He's just a fucking sidekick. Why you hating on the sidekick? That's like hating Robin just because he's Batman's sidekick. You can't do that.
I thought you were talking about my Robin. Nobody.
And
hates
if you
my
hate
Robin.
this Robin, I'll fucking kill you.
I will kill you. I'll hunt you down.
Turn this podcast off right now.
Right now, who is it? God damn it.
'Cause we fighting.
Fart. Okay, so so you're gonna take a simp when a Christmas song is played or sung.
What?
I like
So
I'm
they're
getting
not
really-
always Christmas songs played,
So hungover.
but there are at least 4 or 5. And I'm gonna take
Ow.
the singing Santa Claus for the little boy that Santa Claus forgot. And goodness knows he didn't want a lot.
that. No, that's such a sad
It
song.
is a very sad song. So you're gonna take a sample when that shit happens. And I'm also gonna take the carolers outside of fucking Ted's house.
Okay, that's a lot of simping.
Hey man, it's the holidays. You need to get your simp on. Family's over, y'all. Okay, so you're gonna take a simp when someone gets hit.
Oh God.
Okay. Yep.
Yup. Get ready for that.
Little buddy.
Oh, little buddy. Fucking flew across the fucking room.
I love that. I'm gonna deck your halls,
I just
bub.
I love Arnold's face when he gets punted. And he's like, ha ha ha.
He does laugh.
So
Arnold's
mean.
faces in this fucking movie is
He's very
ridiculous.
expressive.
Like, ah! Everything sounds. His face sounds. His face looks.
sounds.
His face looks like that sound. Like all the time. Maybe because he's making it all the time. I don't know, but that's just, even if you put it on mute, you looked at it and you're like he's going, "Ma, that's my ball." So you're gonna take a simp when someone eats or says cookies.
Oh, these cookies.
These cookies.
Excuse me, Howard.
Put those
Your
cookies
wife's
down.
cookies are out of this world.
No.
Who told you could eat my cookies? Dude,
Yeah.
he's so bad.
Yeah.
He's such... We're gonna get to him, motherfucker.
Now, I'm going to make this one optional because you're right there. This game's going to get you fucked up.
It's gonna get you fucked up.
But if you feel brave,
Uh-oh.
you take a sip every time Howard says, Jimmy! I got you, Jimmy! Any some of those.
You mean
Okay.
Jamie?
Yeah.
Jamie.
Okay.
Jimmy! That's how I'm saying it.
It sounds like you're saying
I couldn't
Jimmy.
understand
I'm
it in the Arnold accent.
I'm sorry. Jamie.
Jamie!
Jamie.
Ah, Jimmy!
Jamie.
He knows my name.
It's you, Jamie.
Mm-hmm. So you gonna finish your drink
Or your cookie.
when Howard misses Jamie's class.
Oh,
I didn't make it.
so
That's such
sad.
a random line. I think it's really funny.
I'm going to make it. He's not going to make it.
I didn't make it.
He had never had a chance.
No. He should have left earlier, but that was on him.
Yep.
It's just like fucking Hook. Fucking Robin
Yeah,
Williams.
same character, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You got cookie on your face.
I'm cookie on my...
Yeah, there you go.
Get this cookie off my face. No. Can't help it. This shit's good, you guys.
Wipe that cookie crumb.
Off your face. So, you're going to finish your drink when the bomb goes off in the radio station.
Dude, you made mine extra strong. That's just giving me chills.
Colors are the same.
I measured it out.
All right. I'm a bitch.
anything,
then,
I have
guess.
Why
much-
are you so special? Just kidding.
I don't like getting you drunk. You get all mad at me because you're drunk.
You know what? I'll never get mad at you.
At the end of the show, he's like, I'm just drunk. I'm going to clean this later. And then he just leaves.
I usually got work at like
That's
7
true.
a.m.
That's true. So let's get this cracking.
No work tomorrow, people. We're good.
Brr, brr, brr.
I
Okay.
work today, so motherfucker's tired.
Finish your drink when Howard becomes Turbo Man.
Turbo Man.
Yes.
I get the real Turbo Man at home.
Get the hang of this. Sorry, I can't do his accent.
I can't do it either. Apparently, my Jamie sounds like what was
Jimmy.
It? Jimmy. I'm sorry. Arnold, have a better, an easier accent. I don't know what you want me to do. You guys got anything to add to the drinking game?
I don't think I do.
Why not every time what's his face hits on Howard's wife?
Okay.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
His creepy hugs.
Uh-huh.
A lot of women would feel honored to be in
Too
your
long.
place.
Oh,
Like,
and
shit.
then maybe
Motherfucker.
finish a drink when she finally gives it, like, sticks up for herself.
Mm-hmm.
Clocks him with the fucking eggnog.
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude.
Dad, what do you smell like barf? Let's get out of here.
I actually really like Ted. I think that he's a great
Right.
character. He's
He's
awful.
a great fucking
He's a great
character.
character.
But he's a great, terrible character.
Yes.
So, that's the motherfucking drinking game. Turbo boost.
That being said, I'm surprised Arnold hadn't whooped his ass before this.
He was never around.
That's true.
It's a holiday, so he's around a little more.
Okay. Yeah, he hasn't realized.
Plus, all these years he's been married, he just divorced. He's fresh divorced, so
Oh, yeah, you're right.
he's out there looking for that.
I wish my dad was like your dad. Well, he didn't used to be, but then my parents got divorced, and now he's like this.
Hey, maybe if your parents get a divorce, it did wonders for mine.
Oh my God.
He gets 2 Christmases and shit.
2 Christmases, yay!
Like, you can't hate this kid. He doesn't seem like a dick or anything. He
Right.
just is like,
Whatever.
He doesn't know. He's a kid.
Yeah,
He
he's
doesn't
a
understand
kid.
what's going on. He
Kid-
still gets to see his mom and his dad.
yeah. And his dad's like extra nice.
Mhm.
All the ladies in the neighborhood come over all the goddamn time.
That's why they play that song. They call me backdoor Santa.
Mm.
You know what that means, right,
Yes.
babe?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Yes.
Make my
He's like, can I
deliveries-
speak to your mom? Oh, she's next door petting Ted. What?
He does yell at them one time when he burns his fingers, like, pipe down back there.
That's how you get to see the real.
That's the
douchebag
real
kid.
Ted.
Just a snippet of it. So can I give you a little history on how this movie came to be?
Sure, why not?
So this story is based off of the 1980s shopping frenzy for the Cabbage Patch Doll.
No shit.
I don't know if you had a Cabbage Patch Doll Smash, did you? I
No,
did. I'm old.
I didn't. I maybe had like a miniature one,
Mm-hmm.
but those weren't super popular when I was a kid. It was American Girl dolls.
I wanted that shit so bad.
What?
Mom, if you're watching this, I'm still willing to take an Addie American Girl doll. She used to just buy me the fucking books. Who wants a book? I want that $100 doll that they keep sending me. They used to send you DVDs.
$100
Of these
for
dolls.
a doll?
Yeah.
It's like each doll had their own story and their own time period.
Next time we go to the Grove, we're gonna walk in the American
Fuck
store.
no,
doll.
we're not.
And that is like the big ass one.
We're definitely not. They look at me through the windows already, those creepy ass dolls.
Me and Smashy, we going.
Babe, those aren't, no.
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 All right. Well, say no to her if we ever have a daughter.
Nope.
Say no to her.
I'm going to tell her. I'm going to
Okay.
tell her. I practice on Robin all
we
the
got
time.
this on
with
video.
Puppy eyes.
This is on video.
You know what's gonna
No.
happen? She's gonna go to Smashley and be like, Mom,
No,
can I get a
we
American
can't do
Girl
it because
doll?
your mom's scared of dolls.
Okay.
And your
I
dad.
only say no to clowns.
And Chucky dolls.
And there's no clown or Chucky looking
and
American Girl
Annabelle
doll.
dolls.
You're not
Okay.
getting an Annabelle doll.
Where do you think Annabelle started? She was adorable, and then she got weird.
I'm not. We gonna save that because I think that we
Put a
should.
pin in it.
We should do that movie
Fuck no,
because
we shouldn't do that movie.
for Halloween.
That's scary shit.
Because
yo.
I do have the true story about Annabelle, and I just don't want to throw it out right now. But there's a real Annabelle out there.
Bury that shit.
So, so over the Cabbage Patch Dolls, there was a frenzy. And then again, over the Buzz Lightyear doll in 1995.
Mm-hmm.
And the writer of this movie said that he had a horrible time looking for Buzz Lightyear dolls in Ninja Turtles.
Huh.
Yep.
And
Okay.
they're off the shelves. And so these dolls became crazy.
Do you guys remember when this shit was going on?
Yes.
Before Amazon,
Yeah.
before online ordering, people had to stake out in front of shopping malls
Yeah.
and all this shit. Ashley was just bringing this up the other day.
like growing up in Wisconsin, there was the Black Friday sales. Usually Walmart had the best deals. So I only did it once where we stood in line outside in the cold for like, I think we were only out there for like 4 hours. But anyways,
only 4 hours.
But we got there we got there later, so the line was already wrapped around the building.
Yep.
And our goal was to get in and to get. I was with my ex at the time, but he wanted to get a Tickle Me Elmo.
Oh
his
God,
nieces.
that was another one. Those
that was
fucking Tickle
the
Me
big
Elmos.
toy that time.
That was a big toy that year.
And we stood in line, and then when the doors opened, everyone rushed the doors.
Mhm.
I accidentally tripped
Killed somebody.
poor woman.
I smashed.
Our plan.
The
our
truth
plan-
comes
because,
out.
The
like,
plan was to push all
You don't-
elderly people down in front of
Accidentally
me.
tripped somebody.
like the
Ugh.
stuff, like the high priced, high key items or whatever, they're like placed in different parts of the store. They're
Yep.
like you wouldn't find the Tickle Me Elmo in like the toy section. It's in a different spot. So my ex and I decided to split up to try to hunt the Tickle Me Elmo. So I booked it. And I guess this woman's foot got caught on my foot, and I saw her hit, like she face planted. And I turned to look at her, and I just kept going.
No, that is not the Smashley I know.
Babe.
Well, if I had stopped, then the people behind me would have knocked me over. So I like kind of kept going with the herd.
Natural
lady-
selection,
And
yo.
And that lady never
And
walks
like
again.
I'm running and running and running, and then the employees were just like watching the madness
Oh my
happen.
God.
And then I was just like, and then one of them was like, "Hey, you looking for a Tickle Me Elmo?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he's laughing, he's like pointing like down this aisle, and I look, and then there they are. And I quickly like grabbed it. I grabbed it.
The light was shining on it. It was glowing.
Found my ex-boyfriend. I was like, I got it.
So
Oh my God.
I have some questions. First of all, why have I never heard this story
I have
before?
told you this
You've
story.
never told me this
That is
story.
the one and only never done something like that.
Only time she's ever killed anybody.
Dang.
I hope she was
And
fine.
that's why I don't go to the fucking
The ambulance
shit.
didn't come. I think she was fine.
The coroner came. It's a different. They don't come with lights.
Yeah, but they don't do this anymore for those reasons.
For those
People
reasons, shit's
have
getting
been
dangerous.
trampled.
People have been trampled. People have died, right?
But yeah, the old Walmart employee who was standing at the front door got trampled because he was trying to help someone up who did fall over, and he got knocked over
And died.
and died.
Yeah.
Well, damn. Okay, so
What was I?
Have
Can
you
I
ever
ask?
staked out like a shopping?
hell no. There's nothing I've ever wanted
like, was
that
there-
long to fucking
What do you
scandalize.
remember as like the hot toy growing up that was like so hard to find?
I mean, Tickle Me Elmo, I remember that being like, I remember adults, mostly like older women and girls like in their 20s wanted that fucking doll.
Yeah.
A
Well,
lot of basic bitches wanted that doll.
Can I
It's
just say,
funny
I
that
just,
you
I
even-
just saw a Tickle Me Elmo a couple days ago at a Ross.
and nobody
what?
wanted it.
Nobody wanted
No
it.
one wanted it.
Well, it's funny that you guys mentioned that because Tickle Me Elmo craze happened the Christmas year of 1996
When this
movie
out.
came out. The first Tickle Me Elmo came out.
Okay.
And this movie's in theaters and people are doing exactly what they're doing in this movie. So the only toy I never wanted a toy that was like that hot that they couldn't get. Like the only Christmas toy I can remember like getting and being like, fuck yeah, was like the Talk Boys. You remember from Home Alone 2?
From Home Alone.
Oh, okay.
I got a Talk Boy pen, which was a pen and you could write and you could put it in your pocket and do all the recording and shit, and then you could like change the voice. It's me.
I remember those things.
Yeah, that was like the only thing that I ever wanted that I like truly got. Other than
Alright,
that, I didn't
nice.
fucking...
I feel like I had like I got a lot of the popular toys of that year, like the Tamagotchi when it was huge,
yeah,
and
Furby.
And I
Yeah.
ended up throwing that against the wall because they just didn't never shut up.
Dang,
And then it got
we're
creepy.
learning about Smash Day
And
today.
then that thing got creepy because you're supposed to. I think the way to turn it off is like you hold its eyes shut, and then it
Wasn't there an off switch on the
and
bottom?
then
I
it
can't
like
remember.
snores, but then it kept waking up.
Well, yeah, because you can't sleep forever, Smash.
So I like threw it against the wall.
You gotta
And
get
then
on a
it-
good sleep
And
schedule.
then it got like really creepy, and then it started like stuttering. And
Because you threw it against the wall. She has anger issues, and I learned it today.
My mom got me 2 Furbies because she wanted my first Furby to have a friend.
What the fuck?
Well, yeah, because they could talk to each other.
I was poor. I didn't have any of this
Yeah,
shit.
if you had 2 Furbies.
I'm learning what all these toys do right now.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. I'm glad. Thank you. Yeah, if you had 2 Furbies, they would talk to each other in like
my
Furby
God.
language.
Wait,
Whatever
so you
the
said
Oh
the
my
writer or
God.
the director was inspired by the Buzz Lightyear?
The writer.
The writer, okay.
Mhm. Yeah, so
See that now?
that happened the year before, and then
Jesus.
he wrote this movie. It dropped, and then that year, people are killing people to get fucking Tickle Me
For
Elmo.
real. Like, that's kind of how, like, a girl knew that her boyfriend really loved her. If he got her a Tickle Me Elmo.
What the fuck?
Because then it's like, oh my God, you killed somebody for me just to get me this doll?
waited
Okay,
in line
I'll
for
keep you
24
around.
I was
hours?
9,
Dude.
and I didn't want to fucking Tickle Me Elmo.
Everybody
I remember
wanted that
watching
shit.
it in on the news, and people were pushing it.
Everybody
Had a
wanted that
toy of
shit.
it. I remember thinking like, well, that's for babies. I'm fucking 9. I didn't want that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted the Spice Girl album. That's what I was looking for.
Every girl you see now with, like, a purse dog is the girl that had the Tickle Me Elmo in 1996.
I did try to buy a purse dog, but Will became bigger than a purse. But he initially was supposed to be a purse dog.
I
Oh,
wonder if those statistics are true.
I mean, the same mindset, basically. Like,
That's so
Whoever's
funny.
listening, if you have a purse dog, did you have a
Hi.
Tickle Me Elmo?
Please.
yeah, exactly.
Leave
Please
us a
write
comment.
in.
So if the 40 to 50-year-old ladies out there could tell us if they owned a Tickle Me Elmo back in 1996,
Mhm.
please email us at Lights
And
Camera
if you had a
Cocktail.
purse dog.
And what size is your dog?
gmail.com.
And what size and breed of your dog? Thank you. All right.
Oh my God.
I have literally nothing on our director, so whatever you want to tell us, let's hear it.
Is it time to talk about the movie?
Let's talk about this movie,
Oh my
yo.
goodness. Well, I will say that I did stake out one time, and it was with Martin's ass.
Martin.
And it was kind
Edward
of
40
for
Hands.
him.
That's Martin.
Yeah, Martin is my best friend that was on
If you don't
the
remember,
Edward 40 Hands
You
episode.
peed in this diaper.
We might not be able to remember because we were drunk, but you might remember him
Uh-huh.
as the dude who peed in his diaper.
And then it leaked onto the floor. It's great.
Still going.
Still going. Wee pad. All right, so.
Oh my God.
Finish.
So we went and staked out Home Depot because we worked there at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew that these 50-inch flat screen TVs were going on sale for like
that was a huge
super
thing.
cheap.
Yeah, when
Like
flat screen
insanely
TVs
cheap, and he wanted to get
yeah.
it for his dad.
Okay.
Aw.
Okay, good
And
gift.
so he got that, and I picked up like 4 ratchet sets for me and all of my buddies. They all gave me like $50, and they're like, dude, you guys are going? I saw these things we stocked. We all fucking worked at Home Depot, so we knew exactly where everything was.
Dang, y'all
and we
so
had our eyes on
ratchet.
that shit. What?
It was a joke. It was
We-
a joke because you got ratchet
yeah,
sets.
that's true.
If I was to
Okay.
explain the joke, it wasn't funny. I'm sorry. You should have just kept going.
I've been drinking. But we were all stocking this shit and like putting it on the shelves, but nobody could touch it because it was all covered in black trash bags until the morning of.
And then they rip
You
that
can't
shit
like
like a
hide
fucking
that
present.
shit. They know the inventory and everything.
So, how long did you stay in line? Were you standing in line outside?
Oh, we were in Martin's 1987 RX-7 with no
Nice.
heat whatsoever. We were freezing our asses off.
You were freezing your
We were
asses
sitting in the
off.
cold, but we were watching the line. We were watching to see if there was a line because it was Home Depot. People don't stake out Home Depot really.
That true. That true.
Okay.
So around 5:30 or so, people started forming a line. I was like, all right.
In the morning?
Yes. Well, it opens at 6.
In the
Get
morning.
the fuck.
And so I finally woke up Martin. I was like, dude, a line's forming. We gotta go. He's
There's
like,
nothing-
fuck. Let's go. And so we got out and stood in line at our fucking job and bought the shit that we needed in like 10,
And then went to
15
work.
minutes. Probably later on that day.
There's just nothing I've wanted that bad. Just nothing.
We were all into cars at that time, dude. So we were all working on our cars, and we all had like makeshift tool boxes. So $50 ratchet set that's normally $300 was definitely worth it.
You know what I like doing on Black
And it was Black Friday. It was payday.
You know what I like doing on Black Friday?
Sleeping.
Recovering from fucking Thanksgiving.
Turkey.
Food coma.
Extra drinking.
And then you eat the leftovers.
Yeah,
on
then
Black
I'm waking up,
Friday.
making scrambled eggs with the ham. Just having fucking good ass time.
I got you.
Ugh, Thanksgiving.
Well, our director is Mr. Brian Levant.
Mm-hmm.
He's best known for I would say Happy Days. He was
Fuck, wait, what
dude.
did
He's been around for a while.
He was acting on it, or what did he do?
No. He's been a producer for a lot of things. He produced 44 episodes. He was supervising producer for 44 episodes of Happy Days. He produced Mork and Mindy. He produced
Okay.
the Bad News Bears series.
Okay.
Freaking Leave It to Beaver for a little while.
How old
Only
is
a
this
few
man?
episodes. He's up there.
Gee, Leave It the Beaver.
Yeah. And-
That's like the first cycle of fucking TV shows.
Well, he's directed some things also. So he directed the Flintstones.
I love the Flintstones.
Hey,
I
right?
remember being a little kid watching it,
Yeah.
and they filmed a lot of it in like Palmdale, Lancaster. And so, so when I was little,
didn't
we
know
would
that.
used to drive by because I have family that lives out there. And we used to drive by and they'd be like, look, see, that's the Flintstones. And some of the set was up when we were, like, when it was being done.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they'd
that's
be like,
awesome.
there's the Flintstones. We're
That's
like,
cool.
yeah! Like, when we finally watched that movie, we were just like, so excited. I fucking love that movie,
I worked with the decorator who worked on that movie.
It was perfect. That movie still holds up. I watch it. I watched it not too long ago. You know anything with Halle Berry?
Halle Berry was.
Halle Berry. Gotta watch it.
She had been very bad. but she was really good at
She
it.
was so good at it. She looked so pretty. That's what I wanted to grow up to look like. I cut my hair short. I just look like a darker, fatter, like fucking Halle Berry. I ain't no Halle
Dare
Berry.
call yourself fat.
Fatter than Halle Berry. Yeah.
She's a twig.
Yeah.
That's true.
The
Well,
majority of us are fatter than that bitch.
somebody was telling me the other day that Halle Berry got ugly feet. I don't know who it was.
Well, she
I
needs
was
something
listening to
ugly.
somebody on Pandora or something like
Okay.
that.
I'll take her ugly feet because, everything else looks good.
Not what's on camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless she works for
Unless-
Quentin Tarantino.
I was about to say that.
Maybe that's why
did.
she's never been cast in any of his projects.
That could be. He was like, girl,
Show
you
me
did
your-
not pass the foot audition.
Oh my
Damn.
god.
You will not be in Kill Bill 3.
That's messed up. Well, as I was saying, he's directed a number of things, like Leave It to Beaver, and Married with Children. He did a few episodes.
Dude. I was just watching that not too long ago.
Dude, we're Jefferson Darcy?
Uh-huh.
He's on the show that we're working on right now. He
What?
plays the dad.
Jefferson,
Yeah. What's his name? Ted something.
tell
He's a
me,
nice guy.
tell him we did his Revenge of the Nerds movie.
I should. I didn't even think about that. I
Yeah.
was sitting next to him in the transpo van like
Nice.
2 days ago.
Good
Be
job.
like, hi, I know everything about your Revenge of the Nerds.
You should talk to him. You were forcing me to talk to Quincy Jones.
It's Quincy Jones.
Bitch, I was telling you to talk to Quincy. I was like, is that Quincy? Get close.
Yeah. I'll give you another one that he directed. Beethoven. Oh,
We
I
were
knew you'd
just
get
talking about
excited
this,
that.
Ashley. Were we not
Thanks.
just talking about that movie?
Guess what he's directing next?
What?
Cats.
Oh no.
I don't know.
Oh,
Just
no.
because.
No.
Hell no.
Well, you said Beethoven was a dog. I was just...
No. The Police Academy. They're bringing it back.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how I feel about this because it's such a classic.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna be able to find people like the characters,
Okay,
and
so
they're
the
gonna be
originals aren't
compared.
gonna be-
No, of course not.
Aw,
Bobcat is
damn
old.
it.
Steve Gutenberg is
They're
old.
still
Like,
alive.
but they're. Oh yeah.
You could just be the
Imagine if they were like
teach the
retired
academy.
police.
Yeah.
Imagine if Steve Gutenberg became the commandant.
See?
Yeah.
So
Bobcat's
Commandant
still
Lassard is
doing-
no longer there. Oh, Bobcat,
Yeah.
please
Citizens
come back.
on patrol.
That would be. It would
I'm
actually
down.
be really funny.
That would be super funny.
I mean, Bobcat's old, but it's not like he's not working.
yeah, let me see. Let me see if they have any cast for this movie yet. I don't think they do.
And he hasn't done any of them.
Hmm.
Like any of the first 10. I don't know how many.
No.
There's at least 6, I feel like. Citizens on patrol.
Nobody's been cast yet. Damn. But that's his next
We're
project.
going to keep an eye on that.
Well, maybe you can be in it, babe.
Yeah, I'll be the next Steve Gutenberg.
Yeah.
Can I be the like, hi, the lady who's like the black lady who talks really quiet, and then she'd be like, get it over there. She
my
just starts
God.
screaming all the time. I want to be her. She's cute. She's like, please.
You'd be good at that role.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. Sit down, dirt bag.
Dirt bag. That's what it is. She's.
Can everybody be quiet?
And then all of a sudden she just scares the shit out of you.
Yeah, with a big ass gun.
She's like Penny from freaking the musical. What is it called?
Penny.
You know the musical.
Hairspray.
Hairspray.
Oh.
Yeah. She's like super quiet until finally
Until she gets some
she
chocolate.
sings.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
her
So she
life.
gets
And now taste the chocolate, and,
And
I'm never going back.
without love.
There you go. Now all the people are happy. Ashley has sung.
Yep, it didn't take too long. All right, so
That's all I got on my man.
I told you, I really found nothing on him. No
It's
fun
still
facts.
working.
Yeah.
Minus
Well, he was
Good
born in
stuff.
1952, so he is what, 70?
Oh,
I don't know.
No.
I hate doing
He's
math
like
on this show.
68.
What time? What
He's
year?
younger than that.
If
What
he
year?
was born in 52, he would be 50.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
So he's 60.
he's 68.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn.
Y'all questioning my fast math.
Yeah, because you have been wrong before. That's
I
not
have been drunk before also.
Yeah, and wrong at the same time. That's why we were just checking.
But we're only like we're not even an hour into the podcast yet. My turbo booster is still pretty high.
Without love. All right. Well,
Sober Jason can add.
Can I
and
give
subtract.
you a fun fact?
Give me that fun fact.
You ready?
Yes.
So we got some stars in this movie
Yes,
that we
we
didn't.
do.
You might not know that are in this. All right. So the Santas that are fighting, one of them, the big ass one who takes on fucking Arnold, but ends up hitting a little.
I'm gonna deck your halls, bub.
Exactly.
Okay.
He is the Big Show, aka the Giant from WWE. I know him as the Giant. I was like, the Big Show. That's not his name. Yeah, no. So yeah, that's him with the beard on, shirtless, fighting. And we also have another star,
Who's that?
the little Santa that gets hit and flies across the fucking room. Do you know who that is?
Little buddy.
Yes.
Ah!
Vern Troy, aka Mini
That's
Me.
Vern? I didn't even realize that was him.
He is
Aw.
uncredited for it, but that is him. I do love when he's like,
Buddy?
yeah, he's little buddy.
They made him look like an old man.
Yeah, if you pay attention to it, you'll be like, oh shit, that is Mini Me. And he like, I love when he like runs under the conveyor belt or whatever, and the fucking guy's trying to chase him, and he can't, and he hits it because he's so little.
Yeah. He passed away just recently.
Not too long ago, but
About
yeah,
a year ago. May
yeah.
he rest in peace.
So, but he was in
Vern.
he was in Jingle All The Way.
Yeah, I mean, we got some other people that you would recognize that have like tiny little snippet parts in here.
Give me one.
Yeardley Smith, Miss Lisa from The Simpsons.
Oh yeah,
She's
yeah.
flirting with his ass. She's like, "Do you want my phone number?" Like, no, I just want to buy your bag. My bag? Yeah, I'll give you
Alright.
3 times as much. It's like, yeah, I will take it for that kind of profit.
Yeah.
Then she still hands him the business card with the phone number, and this motherfucker keeps the phone number.
He does keep
He
the phone
takes it and he puts it in the bag.
But then he does throw the bag, everything away.
Yeah.
But
That's
he did
right.
hold on
but
to it
for a
that.
second,
Yeah.
he thought about it.
To-
Arnold, Howard,
If
what's
that-
up,
bag. He
man?
wasn't gonna litter.
Uh-huh.
If it was a Turbo Man, he would have took that home to his wife with the number in there.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky it was a booster.
Then he would have been in trouble for something else.
Uh-huh.
Who's this bitch?
Hold up. Can I interrupt this podcast?
Why?
For a very special moment.
Oh, shit.
Event.
Yes.
Oh.
Somebody's birthday.
It is somebody's
It is the
birthday.
stroke of
It
midnight.
is currently midnight.
Oh.
Whose birthday is it, Smash?
Is it the sleep?
Robin.
Brr, brr, brr.
Robin, come
Robin.
here.
Come here.
You want your birthday cake? Do you want her? Do you want to hold her?
I can hold her.
You can hold her.
You
Because
can
like,
hold
it's hard for her to get on my lap over here.
her. All right. Come here, Robin.
Oh
We
my-
interrupt this podcast.
For breaking news,
For the puppy's birthday.
the biggest star on
It
this
is
show.
currently Robin's birthday.
Oh, are we gonna light that thing?
Yeah.
What? I ain't got no candles.
I got
I ain't got no candles. That's what he said.
Okay, maybe I have been drinking shit.
All right.
So Rob in the motherfucking building gets
Robin
her.
is 5 years old.
She is
She's
5.
a very important member of this family.
Robin never gets older.
Happy Dog Day to you.
And
Happy Dog Day to you.
happy
Dog
dog day
dear
to Robin. Happy birthday to you.
You cutie pie.
Oh, you puppy.
Make a big wish, puppy.
Make a big wish
Blow it
that
out.
you're gonna
Hey,
live
little
forever. You ready?
girl.
1, 2, 3. That bitch don't blow out.
Hey! Happy
Yay!
birthday, Robin.
Oh, happy birthday, puppy.
Her sweet mommy made her a
Now
cupcake.
you get the
cupcake.
cupcake, puppy.
She has been looking at that.
Now you get the cupcake.
Oh,
eat it,
puppy.
eat it.
It's for you.
Yeah, you do.
Good girl.
Oh, she's going for the.
Yep. That's courtesy to Jackie, from
Jackie.
Animalia NoHo.
Yeah.
That treat she just ate is organic
In my lap. There
dehydrated chicken with coconut and honey,
you go, puppy.
made with love.
Oh,
Happy birthday, Robin.
Happy birthday, Rob.
It's gonna be another good year.
Ew, she's just all licking and shit.
She loves it.
All right.
Oh, good girl.
Thank you for doing that, guys.
Now that my fingers are sufficiently dirty.
Good.
Back to the lecture at hand.
What were we talking about?
Robin and how old she is. And I love her so much.
Never grow old.
Never get
Never
older,
get
Robin.
older.
No.
We were
All
talking
I hear
about
is
all the
her
famous
chewing.
That's all I hear too. Okay.
We're talking about all these famous people that are in the movie.
Yes.
Like Yeardley Smith.
We
Yes.
left off on Lisa.
Yes, Yeardley Smith is Lisa from The Simpsons, along with a number of movies that she's done. She was more popular for like live action movies in the 80s, so she did like The Legend of Billie Jean.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is good.
And 3 O'Clock High and stuff like that.
Okay.
But yeah, now all she does is Lisa McDowell for the most part.
Lisa McDowell.
Mm-hmm. And or not Lisa McDowell,
Like, who?
fucking Lisa Simpson. My bad.
And now she just is, you know, a
Did
black
you know
woman.
That's also, did you guys ever watch the ghost hunting show
No.
where people go? They pick random people and they go. They stake out these haunted places, and then it's the people that go in these haunted places like individually in these rooms, and they have the camera in front of them.
And it's real?
It's real.
Okay.
Do you remember that show? I can't remember what it was called.
No.
Do you know?
No.
But do you know what I'm talking about? Like these people.
Ghost hunters.
Something like that, but so they give the history of the building or wherever they're at, and she's the narrator on that show. She's like the creepy ass voice. It's like back in 1936.
Okay.
But that's
pretty
her.
good, babe.
I did not know. Pretty good.
I'll find something. I'll play it.
Okay. We have the DJ. He is Martin Mule. Is that what his name is?
Oh yeah, that guy.
He is Colonel Mustard in Clue. Fucking love that movie. Clue?
Colonel Mustard.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh.
I
That's
believe Colonel Mustard did it in the study with the candlestick.
He's like, yeah, you with the ponytail or whatever he says. It's a long ponytail.
Well, we got to talk about a couple other people that are in this movie that they're quickly in there.
All right.
Like Mr. Danny Woodburn. Do you recognize him?
No.
He is Santa's little helper.
Oh, uh-huh. Yeah, he is in a lot of stuff.
He is in a lot of shit. I know him mostly as Glenn Ross from Employee of the Month.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I absolutely love him in that movie. He plays the district manager of Super Club.
Right, yeah.
He's the older brother of the store manager, Glenn Gary. Yeah, that's a funny play on words. One of them's name is Glenn Gary, one of them's Glenn Ross.
Glenn Gary, Glenn Ross.
But he's a fucking bully.
Yeah.
So he's like beating up on his older brother for no apparent reason.
Dick.
Yeah, and he makes fun of the fact that he's gay too, and it's pretty fucked up.
Dick.
Yeah, this dude is he got his big break working on Seinfeld. He played Mickey. Since then, he's done 95 different projects. He is on the board for like little people entertainers or something like that.
Okay.
He's a big advocate for
Fuck yeah.
standing up for people.
They shouldn't just be in Christmas movies like
Yeah,
this and Bad Santa.
And like a number of little people who are actors, he fights for roles that have nothing to do with his size.
Yeah. Like the fucking Game of Thrones dude.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage.
We talked about him in Death at a Funeral.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. And he didn't play a little person. He
Nope.
just played a lover.
Yep, exactly. Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm.
So there's Jim Belushi's ass, who plays Santa.
He a bad Santa.
He's a bad Santa. He's just a criminal.
Yeah.
in red
He looks
suits.
so young in this movie.
You are nothing but criminals with red suits.
He just hassled them.
Around here at the North Pole, those are fighting words,
Yeah.
bub.
He like sold him with the song and dance.
And Arnold knocks him out and hits the pole. Get him!
It's a bing. I wish I see somebody fall like that, like get hit like that. That would be funny.
Yes.
In real life. Oh shit.
Method
Lastly, we
actor.
got Curtis Armstrong in this.
Okay.
Booger.
Oh yeah, he plays
He plays
Booster.
Booster.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
Yeah.
he's hilarious. I
He's
love
all,
that guy.
you know, we talked about him in
Yeah, if you guys want to know
Revenge
more
of the
about
Nerds.
him, go check out Revenge of the Nerds.
He also does the voice of Snot on American Dad.
I was like, what?
Booger and Snot, man. His name's
Same.
Snot.
Stuck with him.
Yeah. So yeah.
He took over.
American Dad, you don't watch it? You guys,
Booger.
It don't seem
I
like a
wish,
show you would
yeah,
watch.
I've
Have
They
you-
call me
watched it.
Snotty.
Yeah. It's his son's like best friend. But yeah. Yeah, there were some guests.
So those are some famous
guests in
people
there.
in this movie
Yeah.
that had very small parts.
Jeez.
Jeez.
Damn, I did not know that Vern Troyer was in this.
That's him.
That's cute.
Little buddy, man. That's
Well, there's not a lot of people in this cast. Like, there's a lot of extras, but as far as like
The
actual
core.
cast members, there's like 4 or 5 people.
all right. So who we starting with?
The little boy, I guess.
Anakin.
The little boy.
Anakin,
that's
yeah.
Santa Claus.
Jake Lloyd,
Aw.
aka Jamie.
Jimmy. I got you, Jimmy. I
I don't got you, Jamie.
tried
Drops his ass.
to do some research on him,
Uh-huh.
and what I found wasn't the best. So I
No.
kind of didn't really. Unfortunately, he has the curse of being a child actor.
Yeah.
Of and not only being in like this movie, but like you said, he was in Star Wars.
Yeah, he played Anakin
and
and
he was in like one of the most hated Star Wars
yeah.
of all of them. And so, a lot of people blamed this little boy for just being
A little boy.
a little boy.
Yeah.
They cast him.
Yeah, he thought it was a chance of a lifetime. I get to do something I've been playing in my backyard. And, I think that kind of damaged his joy of acting. He did
Possibly.
go to school for a little bit and
Mm-hmm.
was trying to major in directing and editing, but dropped out of school. And then he would get bit parts here and there and basically fell into the life of substance abuse. I'm not quite sure what kind, but
Yeah.
and domestic violence. And so his story kind of turns out pretty sad.
Yeah, it does.
It's not like the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I couldn't find any fun facts. There
Yeah.
were sad facts.
Well, apparently, he was a little
Yeah,
sick,
sad.
according to his mom. Like, he stays away from all things that are like Hollywood relators nowadays. Apparently, he suffers from schizophrenia. Yeah, and so I guess that was something that they should have addressed earlier. And so he got into a little bit of trouble in his later years. But nowadays, he keeps to himself for the most part.
Yeah.
But
Well, I hope you're getting some help, buddy, because that shit's tough.
You're
Yeah.
a cute kid.
yeah. What do you want for Christmas, Jamie? I want a
Turbo
Turbo Man
Man.
booster with this and that and the other, and then this thing comes out of his arm, and
With this,
that
that,
battery
and the
sold
other.
separately, not
Battery?
included.
Always.
So yeah, I thought he did a good job.
Yeah. For what he had. I mean, his character was a little fucking dick. I didn't really care about this little bitchy ass kid.
That's true. Jamie's
made
a
it-
spoiled fucking brat.
It didn't make me like him. It didn't make me want to get this for him. Now if
that I
Jamie
think about it.
was a more loving kid that would be like, Dad, every time he saw his dad, he was just so happy to see him. And, all I want for Christmas is this Turbo Man, and not be mad because his dad was around all the time. You would feel sad for this kid. You'd be like, dang, he just really wants to just. But once you start like yelling at your dad and hanging up the phone on him,
Sure.
I lose all fucking sympathy for you. You don't deserve this fucking Turbo Man.
Nope.
He should have brought his ass home, brought him the booster, and be like, yeah, this is what you get. You know,
But in the end, he didn't get a Turbo Man.
he did get a Turbo Man.
Well, I mean,
He did, and he gave it up.
but he gave it up for.
He's got the real Turbo Man at home.
Well, no, but he gave up the Turbo Man doll.
He did the right thing.
Yeah, he did the right thing.
However,
That's his only saving grace.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this little spoiled ass
otherwise
kid.
he's a spoiled little brat,
Right.
dude.
Little brat.
Like, I'm glad you brought that up because I completely forgot that I wanted
I
to
like
touch on that.
I like the neighbor kid more than him. He doesn't seem spoiled.
He's
at
a little
fucking
more
all.
well behaved.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of pisses me off that like Arnold and his wife like lay down for this kid.
The wife
like,
definitely.
even the wife like.
I can't believe the
damn
wife.
you, Howard. Like
she's mad at him instead of being mad at this boy who blatantly disrespects his dad. No matter what the fuck he did, he didn't like.
He like
lay
walks
hands
away
on him
from the dad and like slams his door in his dad's
Arnold
face.
didn't
and, like,
sexually assault him. He didn't do anything that would make you an evil ass dad.
No.
All he did was work extremely hard so you can live in this fucking massive ass house somewhere.
I'm not
in
the
the
pervert. I
fucking
just want the Turbo Man doll.
Yeah, he's not a pervert. I just want the doll. Yeah,
But like the kid is being a little brat.
yeah. That's the only thing. I didn't care for the kid. If I cared more for the kid, I would be like, yeah, you better get this kid a Turbo Man.
Like I would understand if, yeah, of course Arnold works a lot and he's not at home like he should be. But more so like
This kid,
you got to be at home to give this kid limits and make him understand.
You're the only child. Your mom obviously is a stay-at-home mom.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad works hard. You see him maybe on weekends or whatever, and he does the shit, which sucks. And that does not make you a good dad in any sense of the word just because you work hard and make the money. If you're not there, you're not a good father. Maybe that's why he acts the way he does. But the mom putting up with it is where I would be fucking livid.
Yeah.
Who was that on the phone? Your dad was calling to tell me his car broke down, and he couldn't tell me that because you had a temper tantrum and fucking hung up the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's what I see. And
absolutely.
it made me lose respect a little for the wife as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sure,
She's over there flirting with Ted's ass.
You let this kid run this house? There's two of y'all and only one of him.
Nope. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
But he did good at being a spoiled ass.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Ted, Phil Hartman plays Ted.
Ted, howdy neighbor.
Hey Howard, how's it going?
How's it
That
going?
fucking guy.
Langston's resident.
Langston.
What does he say? Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays or something?
Merry Christmas, Langston residents.
Ted speaking. Dude, he's terrible.
Oh,
I'd be pissed if I found my neighbor on my fucking roof putting up lights. Even if I didn't have the time, get your ass off my roof.
Mm-hmm.
Unless my wife asked you to do it then.
Unless it was like a friend. It was if it was your friend.
You told me
No?
if you came home and Rashad's on your roof putting up lights.
Rashad's my brother.
Okay. All right.
Or even if you saw Martin or Justin.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, they're your friends.
Alex is on the roof.
But if I see Edgar from out back on my roof,
Oh, okay.
I'm going to be pissed.
Sure.
He seems like a nice guy. He always waves to me.
He's a nice guy.
Always walks around with the shirt off.
So does my dad.
No, that's not Edgar. That's
That's
shit, the other dude. I don't remember his name right now. Franklin.
You should tell him to listen to the show. What's up, Nabes?
What's up, neighbor?
Hey, neighbor.
We see you with the shirt
Howdy
off.
doodly.
It jumps down to 40 degrees now. He's still outside with the shirt off in the front.
I'm upset that I can't walk around with my shirt out. So I'm always envious. No matter how fat or fit a man is with his shirt off, I'm always like, damn it.
I got caught walking around with my shirt off.
What? We're learning so much on this episode.
We are. That's the third thing. Give it to us.
I want to say it was like 9 or 10.
Uh-huh.
But my dad, it was a hot summer day, and my dad was mowing the lawn outside with the shirt off. And I wanted to have my shirt off too. It was fucking hot. So I was playing outside with my shirt off. My dad's yelling at me, and he's like, "Why?" He's like, "Put your shirt on." And I'm like, "Why? You have your shirt off." And I just didn't listen to him. I was running around the house with my shirt off. My brother's like teenage friends come over, and they're like, "Oh, hi."
Hey.
Exactly.
She's all waving with her chi-chis out.
Exactly. I'm like, why can't I have my shirt off?
I agree.
I don't get it.
I have always said that it's unfair. But I do have a picture of like me and my brothers and my dad all of us with our shirts off. And we're like, yeah. I'm like 3 or
This is
4.
cute.
I was gonna say, how
can you
old
do
are you?
like the
Yeah.
recreation?
Yes. Oh my God, me and Rashad have talked about that. And I was like, well, I'll just find like a brown like tube top thing.
Just put the pasties on. That'd be great.
I'm sitting on my dad's lap with pasties. That's weird.
That's a little weird.
Yeah, at least if I had like a brown sports bra on or something.
If you guys recreated that, that would blow up on the internet.
I'll
so
show you
fast.
the picture, and if you, it's awkward. So yeah, I will show you that picture.
So I know I agreed to take family photos for you.
You told my
But-
mom you do it. You told her you would take the pictures.
Jeanette,
You didn't say their shirts were off. I don't know.
not what I thought you meant.
Okay. Phil Hartman. Hopefully he has a shirt on.
So, let me just say that Phil is my favorite character in this movie.
He is a really
He's
good
fucking
character.
hilarious.
He's a good enemy for Arnold in the real world because you got like Sinbad.
If
But
your wife
Sinbad's
is fine, you're gonna have people in your life that are eyeing after her.
Every night I have to prove my love. 5 Heartbeats, one of my favorite lines.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Ted, he just don't.
It's part of,
He's
being
divorced.
in a relationship.
I feel like he worked a lot. He cheated on his wife with his like fucking secretary.
Probably.
His wife divorced
Something like
him and took like half his money. So his secretary was like, "Well, you're only half worth what you are."
Where do you think his wife went? Because usually in a divorce like that, the wife wouldn't have the house.
I don't know.
Maybe she didn't want to live in fucking
maybe
Wisconsin.
she does have the
Do that
house.
shit.
Maybe that's
Sorry, Wisconsin. Baby. I know we have listeners.
The
out
movie
there.
is in Minnesota, right?
I think so, yeah, because they're at the Mall of America.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean,
Whatever
maybe he
they're
moved
saying.
into that house, and that's why he's like the new neighbor. And all the women in the neighborhood are eyeing him. One, because he's new to the neighborhood. Maybe his mom
That's
lives
true,
in the original
because
house.
Otherwise, his wife would know all these bitches,
Yeah.
and then that's even worse.
Yeah, that would be the situation. In which case, they wouldn't give him no play.
He had a bigger house, and this is his downsized house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what the fuck does he do? Because he's got money to rent a reindeer and pre-order Turbo Man like months ago and shit.
That's Smashley, man.
I know,
That's
right?
a Mel
They have
Smashley.
the whole nativity scene in his living room.
I thought that was so weird. The nativity scene in his living room is meant to be on your fucking lawn.
Yeah.
It is not meant to be in your living room next to a fire.
Both.
Yeah, how dare they burn the only fucking black 3 wise men out of all of them? They burned his fucking head off. Balthazar.
Both.
Well, Phil Hartman has also done. He holds the record for the most guest stars on The Simpsons, 53 episodes.
You might know him as Troy McClure from such films as House Guests and Jingle All The Way and What's the Toy Soldier one that he was in? You remember that one?
He was in Toy Soldiers, yeah.
Toy Soldier.
He was the neighbor.
we
He's
go.
like, I'll check
There you
the building codes and the lines, but I'm pretty sure I'll find that I'm in the right here, neighbor. He's a fucked up neighbor in that one too.
Yeah. Troy McClure, man.
Because he's
You
putting
might-
up this giant
He
satellite in the
was a
backyard.
fucking dick in that one.
That's right. I remember that shit.
SNL.
You might know him
He
from
was on
SNL.
SNL
Yeah, I
for
remember
8
him
years.
from
He
SNL.
played Bill Clinton.
He did.
He was a older cast member. I believe he was like 36, 38.
Something like that.
Something like that when he got on the show.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Ontario, Canada. And he moved here to sunny California in 1958 with his family. So he was about 10. He went to UC Northridge. Go Matadors.
Nice.
I got quite a few Northridge alum in my family, including my father. And I got a Northridge person there right now, my cousin Jada. What's up?
Hey.
Hey.
I didn't know she was going there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
it,
finishing,
Jada.
finishing out her first year.
Good
You
for
doing a
her.
Good job.
Good for her.
Let's see. What do we got?
Well, sadly,
Wait, I'm not even there yet.
oh damn.
He did a lot of things in the 60s.
Oh,
you know,
did he?
He was into drugs and shit. And
Oh shit.
he ended up going to somewhere and he did some art schooling. His brother ended up running some bands. And so he would tour around with his brother as a roadie. And he got to meet like Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix. And when Jimi Hendrix drummer's like kick drum was broken, he ran out there and held it so the whole concert so that it would fucking work. Like he was like
That's
out
funny.
there, yeah.
That's
Then his
cool.
brother ended up opening a production company, I guess, music productions, and he hired Phil to do covers for art for records. So like I can't remember what band it was, but you know the song well, I've been to a world with a horse with no name, and I'm in the rain. No?
Oh, I know the song.
La, 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 la. Well, he did the artwork for that band and that
Nice.
album and
Wow.
a bunch of shit like that. Then he started going to improv classes.
My mom's gonna yell at you so
Yep.
much for not knowing the
She's
name of
like-
that band.
I'm sorry, there's
She's
some old white
screaming
people
right
band.
now. She's screaming right
You
now.
know my parents, you know they don't know who that is, so I can't.
I mean, I want to say it's Cat Stevens, but
No.
I'm probably wrong too.
I know Cat Stevens, don't you?
You don't know no Cat Stevens.
I know some Cat Stevens. All right, so yeah.
We're in so much trouble right now.
I'm
no.
sorry. She came to fucking Selena's party with all her notes of all
on Post-its?
on
On these
Post-its.
Always with her
notes?
Post-its, dude.
She writes like a doctor where it's like very small.
She can't even read her notes.
She has notes
Sorry,
of
it's
every
very-
episode that we
Babe,
do.
you cannot research. I see you on your phone. You're
What's the
cheating.
horse with no name? Who sings it? I know that's what you're doing.
That's exactly
America.
what she's doing.
America.
Oh, I was right. America.
See, she
At
knows.
the last second. Thank you, Mom. I can feel you.
We need to wrap it up, Box.
Okay, so he did all that. And
He was on all that?
No,
This
Oh.
is
that would be really
all
cool.
that- this-
He was not on all that.
Aw.
So he also was on, he got his big break on Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Mm-hmm.
He was co-writer and he started on there as the captain dude. But in 1998, Phil's third wife of 11 years, who had some mental health problems,
Yeah, she did.
plus drug addiction problems, shot Phil in their marital bed
Yeah.
while he was asleep.
While he was asleep.
What?
And so the neighbors called the cops and said, hey, there's some gunshots coming over there. By the time the cops got there, they opened the door and there were two children who were 6 and 9 were at the door. And as they were carrying them out, they heard a second shot because she had killed herself. So, yeah, that's how his story kind of ends. It's very sad. And I do
Really
remember,
fucked up.
because I was about 11, and I remember him because House Guests with him and Sinbad was one of my fucking favorites. I used to watch it on VHS all the time. It was hilarious.
I don't remember this.
I think that was his last movie.
His last movie was the Toy Soldiers one because I do remember that one
Yeah.
because it came out after his death and they cut scenes from it because there was like scenes of people pointing guns at him and shooting at him.
Huh.
So they cut it out of the movie entirely.
Wow.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
So
This
yeah.
was only 2 years after this movie.
Yeah, he went home. He went home too soon, man.
Yeah.
I don't remember this.
Yeah,
Wow.
I do remember because I remember the news and they're like flying over his house, and I was like, the dude from fucking House Guests. I love that guy. The dude from Jingle All the
I
Way.
wonder how his kids are doing now.
I wonder. They're adults now.
Yeah, they're in their late 20s, early 30s now. They're actually doing
Right.
pretty good from what I read, after this life-changing experience.
Mm-hmm.
They moved to the Midwest somewhere and was raised by some family members there. And
Minnesota.
I don't know.
Did
It
they
just
go
said the
to South
Midwest.
America?
It just said the Midwest. And so, they
Minnesota.
Yeah.
were. Yeah. Well, yeah.
And strangely enough, he was not very old, but he had a will already written out.
So you
And
do when
he
you get money.
requested that
Yeah.
his ashes be spread along the coast of Catalina Island.
Oh.
Because that was one of his favorite places. He used to take his boat out there
He was a
all
boat
the time.
person.
He was a boatsman.
He was a boatsman. He was a
Babe, let's
boatsman.
get a boat.
Fuck no.
Okay, let's go on a boat.
Okay.
Can I give you like
We are going on a boat.
I know.
Can I give you a fun fact that's not sad?
Yes, please.
That one brought me down.
There's some sadness around this movie.
Okay, so the critics.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that they gave this movie about 50%. They said that the movie was only being made in order to cash in on the money grab for toys. But this isn't really true.
Yeah, no, because like nobody's gonna really want a Turbo Man doll.
I don't feel like I would have said that. I feel like if you would have made it a big deal, commercials and marketed it right, yes. But what happened was...
The mustache got too big.
God damn it!
That's what happened.
What happened was that Arnold... This movie went into production really quick because when you make a Christmas movie, you don't make them in December. You make them in the spring and you got to get them ready for fucking Christmas time. So when he signed on this, Arnold signed on in February. So that did not leave them any time to really... It left them like 6.5 months to get all of their toys and all the shit in line.
Okay.
So because of this, they only put out 200,000 copies of Turbo Man dolls.
Gotcha.
They hit the store. And that was like so much less than the big movies that hit that year, like Space Jam and 101 Dalmatian. Which
okay.
You know and I know that
Space Jam was
we
the
both
shit.
had both of those.
Yeah.
I had me a Space Jam Tweety Bird shirt where he looking with his hat backwards and wearing, and I had my fucking 101 Dalmatian stuffed animals.
Yep.
So yes, they got us on that money, but they didn't get us on that
dog.
turbo.
I had the Dalmatian dog that like it would pee. It peed.
The fuck?
What the fuck? No, mine was just a plush.
This is like coming to my memory.
No, mine was a
Just
plush
like
one,
peed.
and mine was name was
You
Penny.
had a dog. That's all you had was a dog.
You had a real. Your mom told you it was a toy. It's a real dog.
It would pee and you'd clean up his pee.
Fucking Robo Dog back in the day?
Yeah. Okay, now I gotta look this up. I remember it like it.
Did it
peed.
smell like pee?
No,
No, it was
you,
water.
Like, pour water in.
I don't remember this, but I had babies that did that, but I never had a dog.
The hell?
Yeah, for some reason they like to make girls clean up
Yeah.
bodily fluids. Like spitting up shit, peeing, piss, all that shit. Poop. Ugh. Okay. So, yeah, so they only had like 6.5 months to do this. So these dolls were selling in 1996. They were selling for about $25, which converted in today's money is like you dropping $40 on a Turbo Man for your kid, which is not that much if you think about it, because you would do that for a fucking Spider-Man.
I mean, Arnold spent $300 on a Spanish-speaking one.
Arnold, he did. He spent a lot.
That's
on
the
it.
multilingual version.
Yes,
It's fun and educational.
you got to put it together. So, but now if you go on Amazon,
Yeah.
you could still buy a Turbo doll, but it's gonna cost you
300.
How much? 300?
close $250.
Okay.
Nice. It's still not up there. Jim Belushi's ripping people
He
off.
rips them off.
Motherfucker.
Cause I'd take a bilingual fucking Turbo Man. Yeah. So that's funny. I feel like you're right. The critics didn't like it because they thought that it was a money grab, which makes sense. I don't know if anybody has seen the Toys That Made Us on Netflix, but watching those, it really explained a lot about like how they do things like this. Like we talk about how he was looking for Ninja Turtle toys. Ninja Turtles became a comic book, and they wanted to find a way to make money off of it, so then they made a cartoon just so they can make the toys. You know, same with fucking Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
You know,
yeah.
you find a way to get the kids in it so you could sell them the toys.
Yep.
And this would have been a really good way to do that if they had planned it better.
Yep.
They didn't, so it wasn't necessarily a money grab in that sense. So that's a little fun fact.
Sorry, Turbo Man.
Sorry, Turbo Man. I got another one for you.
You long-winded. Let's move on to the
Go
next
ahead.
character.
I'm ready for you.
Miss Rita Wilson plays Liz.
Rita?
Yes.
I know her.
You know her.
That's Tom
Mrs.
Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Tom
Yep.
Hanks' wife.
Met in 1985 on what movie?
Movie?
Yes.
They met or when they fell in love?
When I'll take when they fell in love.
The Volunteers?
Yes, it is. Look at you.
Mm-hmm.
Where did they meet?
Bosom Buddies. She guest stars on Bosom Buddies, which was a show that Tom Hanks' first like big thing.
Mm-hmm.
So she was on there and she met him and like, hey, I'm Rita, I'm Tom, what's up? And then, about 3-4 years later,
Dun dun.
they met on this movie and they've been together ever since.
Aw.
Yep. I like her. She's a sweetheart.
I like her too.
I like her better in other movies. You know when we're going to get... we're not going to talk about Rita Wilson too much on this episode. We'll probably talk about her when we do Now and Then. She plays Chrissy in Now and Then.
Of course she
And
does.
she's
Next
fucking
summer.
Adorable. Or maybe That Thing You Do.
Oh,
Oh.
I love that movie.
Who is she in that thing you do?
Who is she, babe?
I don't know.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, wait, she works at the jazz club, huh?
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
So probably Now and Then would be a better one to talk about Miss Rita Wilson.
I do quote that movie, not now and then, but That Thing You Do all the time. I'd be like, I quit. I quit. I quit, Mr. White. Well, we could do that
Different
one.
Mr. White, babe.
I know.
Mr. White.
Sorry.
But yeah, she plays Schwarzenegger's wife in this, Liz. I like her, but at the same time, it's
I
not
don't like
her fault. She's an endearing character.
Yeah.
It's the writing.
I was just about to say that.
It's not her words.
It's not her. It is
You
the
know,
writing.
She is a...
They made her one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't think that she was scared for her kid.
No. What the? You see your kid climbing up on that tree up on a roof? Like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have lost your shit and, like...
Yeah, absolutely.
My mama would have barely let me get on the motherfucking float, let alone... Like, one,
She's going with you.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
If there's any danger, the last place I'm going to run is away from my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And that is still to this day.
Yeah.
But like 7-year-old me would have ran straight for my mama and it would have ended. Like, it would have
Right then and
ended
there.
right then and there because my mom would have been like, no,
Get your ass away from my kid.
no.
Yeah, he ran right past his mom.
He run right past his mom all the way up to the roof. How you know how to get to the goddamn roof? I don't know how to get to the roof of any building.
Nope. And like when he's finally safe, like she has like this sigh of relief. It's not much.
Thank you,
Like,
Turbo Man. You don't
She
know
like
how
puts
much
her
I
hand
cared
on her
about
heart
this.
and she's like, ah, and that's it.
Yeah, she was phoning this one in.
Is she, or is it
To be
that
honest,
she wasn't given all the information?
there was no information for her. They did not care about her. She was a second thought the whole time.
Yeah, for sure. Like I feel
They
like
wrote her one-dimensional.
Yeah.
They didn't
Yeah.
give her no backstory. They didn't give her no authority over her
Mm-hmm.
damn kids. She just sitting there. She's a housewife, baking cookies, flirting with the neighbor. Like that, they didn't really give her much. So I can't blame her.
I will say that she doesn't flirt with Ted.
She don't. You're right. She's just friendly.
She's just a good person.
Yeah.
Which you should be with your neighbors. You should be able to, make cookies and hang out.
Not if they're fucking
I'm not saying that.
trying to get in your
him-
cookies.
No. Him, no. But, hanging out with your neighbors while you guys are, both watching your kids. You drink some wine and make some cookies. I can see that. That's fine. But, yeah, he was trying to get into her cookies.
Uh-huh.
Cookies.
Yes, he was.
Cookies.
Cookies. Well.
So yeah, we'll talk about Miss Rita Wilson when we do that Now and Then, because she
Can I
had a
just give
very
you one
small
fun
part
one?
in this one.
Can I just give you a fun?
Go for it.
Okay, so she also attended Hollywood High here in Hollywood.
Hollywood High.
Yep, where a lot of stars started.
Yep.
And she also attended the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Arts. Lambda.
Whoa.
Yep. And
Lambda,
yeah.
lambda, lambda.
Lambda. And she's just, she out there. She's raising his kids. She's acting here and there. You're right. Now and then we will talk about her because she does have a big part.
She has a great part in that movie.
Yeah.
And we almost did that movie
this summer, yeah.
for summer movies.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll have to wait till next summer.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, Mr. Sinbad.
I know that one didn't work. Yeah, Sinbad.
Sinbad. Coach Walter.
Yeah, oh yeah, from a different world.
It's a different world.
Yep, that's probably my first memory, real memory.
From.
He's a comedian.
Yes,
He's a clean comedian who doesn't cuss.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why he's not as big as he should be, because especially in the 90s, we were coming off of like Chris Rock and Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
And they dirty.
Mm-hmm.
They're not clean, so.
I mean, he was very big in the 90s, though.
He was. He had movie after movie.
Uh-huh. I like Necessary Roughness personally myself.
I'm just going to keep coming back to House Guest until you watch it.
I've seen it.
Have you seen House Guest?
Yeah.
I fucking love that movie. It's one of my fucking favorites.
Yeah.
Phil Hartman. Him and Phil Hartman.
Yeah.
Not only did this movie, but that movie, and they also were in Coneheads together.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. So
his name's like Oz or something like that?
Something like that. It's been a minute since I've seen that movie. But,
yeah.
they
I like this show, too. It was only on for like one season or two seasons.
Yeah.
But the Sinbad show, I liked it.
Hey, my family.
He had a huge crush on Sade. Always talking about Sade tickets. Who doesn't? I know.
Who doesn't?
She's a vampire.
She is a fucking vampire. I want her. She's gorgeous. She looks younger than me.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Oh my God. Okay. Sinbad got full. He started way back in the day.
Uh-huh.
And he was a finalist. He made it to the final round of 1983 Star Search.
I remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah.
A lot of people were on that, like Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake.
No, I remember that show.
Yeah.
You remember the show. You don't remember Sinbad.
No, I wasn't born
She's
yet.
like, I remember that episode.
No, you don't.
Yeah. A lot of people have been on that show.
Uh-huh.
Aaliyah, Destiny's Child. A lot of them don't win. And he didn't win
either.
either.
A lot
but
of
he
the
made
successful ones don't
He
win.
made it pretty far, though. So
We're talking about Martin, right? He won? Or maybe he just won that round.
He might have run the round.
Yeah.
Like, Sinbad made it to the last round and then got knocked out. So, he was
That's usually how it goes.
Sorry.
knocked the fuck out.
He got Adam Lamberted before Adam Lambert.
Oh. Did you know he played basketball?
No.
Sinbad, my friend, he played basketball for the University of Denver.
Really?
Until he got injured.
Get it, my dude. Well, he's a big dude.
Yeah. Yeah, when I read that, I was like, yeah, I can see
out.
that. I can see that.
Dude, I want to see him go up against Mr. Cooper. That would be funny.
Back in 1996? That would have been
they were like
good
on MTV's All-Star Game or whatever.
Oh my God, I forgot all about that.
You don't remember? Oh,
I
yeah.
do remember
dude.
that.
They had everybody on there. They had Carlton on there. They had Jaleel White on there. Timberlake was doing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I
do remember when NSYNC was on there.
I loved watching the celebrity basketball game.
Yeah.
That
Bring that back, MTV. What the fuck?
MTV, you guys are...
You slipping. Bring back Road Rules, too. I like
Bring
that.
back Road Rules. Bring back music videos, first and foremost.
Music videos.
They
Get some
can't
music
because it's
videos.
on
My Carson
YouTube.
Daly. I'm just kidding.
You got to watch MTV Jams.
Yeah. Go MTV Raps. Lyricist
Can you
Lounge.
bring
Come
back
on.
Pimp My Ride? Or
Yeah, where's that exhibit at?
Nah, I don't know.
I
was
did
it the
watch
Celebrity Home?
We don't need
one?
that.
Cribs.
Cribs.
We don't
I
need
love
that.
wasn't
that
even,
one.
That
First
wasn't
and
even their
foremost-
real homes, though. They were
Yeah, they were all rented.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Rented homes.
No.
Yeah, the majority of them were
but
not
the
their real
owner,
homes.
but the owner of Virgin Records, like, he
Yeah,
has
that
his
was
own
his
island.
place.
Well, yes. His was
Majority.
real. Mariah Carey's was real. But a lot of people would use Mariah Carey's, like, vacation homes as their home. Like, one of the only people who really, really used her home was, like,
Babyface used his home.
Method Man.
Oh yeah.
And his looked like this house. Like it was just like
his was
looked like shit. But it just looked like a regular ass.
It was a straight up house.
Yeah, he was like, I ain't gonna front, and his was just a regular ass fucking house.
Dude, his house was dirty.
Yeah, blow that.
He
by.
like kept it.
He didn't have a doorbell. He's like, you gotta rub.
Like you gotta. Was that Method Man or was that Red Man? I don't.
It was Red Man.
It was Red Man.
It was Red Man. He was
Dude,
like, yeah, you gotta rub it together.
Hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
See, if you want to ring the doorbell, you gotta rub these two wires together. You gotta rub the wire
together and ring the door. It was funny. I'll send you a video of like the fake shit.
That shit was hilarious.
But back to this movie.
We only got one other person.
Do you want to know who was up for Sinbad's role, but didn't get it?
Chris Rock.
Nah.
We just talked about this gentleman.
This gentle man.
He's not gentle. That was wrong.
Oh, okay. Was he in another movie that we talked about?
We talked about him last week.
Robert De Niro?
No.
Oh, Joe Pesci.
Yes.
Really?
Wow.
Joe Pesci was up for this role, but he was too short.
Oh.
Being that he's 5'3".
He's
standing next
he's
to
not
Arnold.
5'3".
That is what they lied and told me. They said he was 5'3".
Joe Pesci is not 5'3".
Arnold is 6'2". I feel like that's right because I've seen him and he's not as tall.
Arnold and what's his name when he's pregnant?
Exactly.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
Then I went out and I was like, well, how fucking tall was Danny DeVito? Because they did twins.
He's 5'0".
He is 4'10".
Danny DeVito's 4'10".
Yeah. See, that guy's like legally a little person.
Nope.
Not yet. Close.
Oh my God, Danny DeVito, I love your work.
I love your work. And Twins came out in 1988. So, I mean,
I will say this.
We could have had like another Home Alone on our hand.
Arnold is not 6'2". Danny DeVito is 4'10".
I feel like he was
Joe
like
Pesci is not 5'3".
How you know? You seen him in person? All three of them?
Yes.
At the same time? Standing next to a chart with their measurements on it?
No, but Joe Pesci's definitely shorter than 5'3".
I've never seen Joe Pesci.
You see him in the movies. You compare him to other
Danny
people.
I've seen Danny DeVito in real life, and I do think he is 4'10". He's short.
Like,
He's short. I've seen him in real life. I think he is short.
Yeah.
And I've seen Arnold in real life, and I always thought he was just 6 foot. Like, he didn't seem...
6'2".
6'2" is tall.
He didn't seem like he was 6'2" when I saw him. Like, he seemed like he was like 6 feet tall. Like, that's it.
Exactly. And you see Joe Pesci standing next to Robert De Niro, and Robert De Niro towers over him, and Robert De Niro's not tall.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Same with Pacino.
He's a tough guy. What do you want from him?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Joe Pesci's fucking bad.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he ain't no 5'3".
I could have seen that working.
Well, Google lied to me. Sorry. I Googled it. I don't know them to measure them or to text them.
Most actors add in.
Most actors
more inches.
buff their
I'd make mine
height.
seem shorter than taller.
Sometimes it goes both ways.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
I don't want to be 5'7", where all the leading mans are like 5'5". I'm like, fuck.
They're not, though.
I know.
They're like 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah.
Most of the leading men are like between 5'7" and 5'10".
Perfect. That's good for me. I would like that in my real life.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So Schwarzenegger claims to be 6'2".
That's what the internet has lied to me.
I don't believe that. He may be 5'11", 6 foot. But he is our main character in this movie. And I didn't write nothing down about him.
Arnold. I have some fun facts about
Arnold
him.
came from Austria. He started as a bodybuilder in high school. He won the Mr. Olympia. How many times? 5 times. Wow.
You could see him in Bumping Iron.
Oh yeah.
From 1970 something.
Mm-hmm. He's our former governor of California.
California. I didn't vote for him.
You know what I remember about him being the governor? One thing.
Jokes.
I remember him saying, I don't need to do this. I could be making movies and making a lot more money. I'm doing this because I want to make a better California or some shit like that.
He made a shitty California.
Hey.
And he should have been making movies instead of fucking up my favorite state in the whole world. And The only thing that he ever did that was any good was prosecuting paparazzis for endangering stars. So them blocking their cars and shit like that. I'm not getting in trouble for you standing in front of my car and not letting me go, and I run over your foot. I ain't gonna get in trouble for that because you're holding me hostage, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's like the best thing that fool ever did. Other than that, he raised my taxes, and we kind of went into a big depression over here. We didn't have no money. If it wasn't for porn, the state would be sinking. Okay. Do you know how much this guy made off of this movie?
How much did he make? 25.
What do you say?
I figure half the budget was because of him.
It was $60 million for the movie.
Do you think he made 30?
He made 20.
Sure.
You guys are
Okay.
over. But he made a big chunk of that
Yeah,
fucking...
so the big chunk of the budget went to him.
Went to Arnold. Yeah.
$20 million.
Jesus.
It makes sense because he is the reason why we
You're
went to
my
see
number
the
one
movie.
customer.
Maybe that's why they couldn't make the exterior not look as snowy as it should for Christmas.
Well, that was, again, because it was made during springtime.
That looks like springtime.
Yeah.
Like if the movie takes place in Minnesota during Christmas, it's not that sunny out.
One, it looks like a real winter to us SoCal people.
Sure.
Who...
But you see like patches of snow and grass.
Yeah.
I'm like, that doesn't
But...
You know
okay,
how hard
you're
it is
right,
to shoot
you're
in the
right.
snow, though?
Yeah. Yes.
Because they could have not shown the exterior of the Mall of America, and then it could have just been anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But that made it a place.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, another fun fact. Mall of America. That's where they filmed it, which I want to go to. After
I
going on the
wanna go
website,
back.
I was like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
I want to go back. I've only been there as a kid.
There's a wave pool in there. In there.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Okay.
But then you got to go to Minnesota, yo.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I got to go visit her family one day, right?
You got family out there?
Yeah,
My
Smashley's.
family is in Wisconsin.
That's Wisconsin.
But that's still that's a drive.
She
It's
said it was
another
like-
state.
She said it was like 2 hours away from her house.
Okay.
That's
Go
like
to
me.
Mall of America.
That's like me coming over here with traffic.
I don't think you could walk.
That's true.
Yeah,
You
that's
can't
nothing.
walk the whole mall in one day.
I could do it. I bet I could do it. It's not because it's like 46 acres.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The
Yeah.
Mall of America.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It cray.
Wow. What's your favorite Arnold movie?
What?
I'm just curious.
Terminator 2.
Nice.
I have no idea.
Nice.
This one's kind of up there for me.
Predator 1.
Come on, kill me.
Twins.
Do it.
Twins.
I was going to say Twins.
Love it.
Or possibly Commando.
Okay.
I like
okay.
Commando.
Okay.
John.
What about the Expendables?
No.
Inventables?
No.
Expendables.
Expendables.
No.
That's what it is. No.
The first one was good.
Yeah, the first one was
No.
good.
Is Arnold in the first one? I can't remember.
He's not in the first
No.
one.
He's like in the third one. Huh?
That's not why it's good. Like, don't get me wrong. But he was not in the first one. And I thought the first one was done very well.
Mm-hmm.
Then they should have stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're just doing cash grabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is Terminator 1000 that just dropped.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Arnold wanted to do this movie because he liked the fact of playing an average Joe, something that he never gets to play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just a regular ass dad and nothing. You know, he's
No
not
special ops or anything
no.
like that.
Yeah,
He's
nothing.
not a machine. He's not being hired for his body.
Yeah,
Sure.
He does pretend to be a cop for a short period of time in this movie to get out of getting arrested, but that's about it.
That was pretty good, the way he did that.
He's like, look at this. I've been
This
undercover
is the
for
most
2
disgraceful
years.
boss I've on my entire amount of years on the force.
What did the commissioner hear about this?
So many. Wow.
Is that pretty good?
He's like French now.
God damn it. Y'all know I can't do accents. That's not my strong point. That's Jason. Okay? I just do it because I get drunk and I start doing them and I
There's
try.
so many quotable moments
He
in
does.
this movie.
He really does.
And I do have I mentioned it before when we were watching it. That jacket that he wears in the whole movie.
Mm-hmm, that
I
cashmere.
love that jacket.
It's a nice
It was
jacket.
So 90s.
He looks good in this movie.
My dad used to wear jackets like that.
He looks young. They fucking stole his tires and doors off his goddamn
Straight
door.
up ripped off his tires.
Where
dude.
you guys live? It's like the fucking
Minnesota,
Griswolds
That must
going
have
through
been
fucking
like
Chicago.
And they only took his hubcaps.
They did, but if he would have left it there,
It must have been like the east side of Minnesota.
the nicest diner
Across the
by the
tracks,
nicest
yo.
black dude fucking ever, and they're like, okay,
Stealing everything, dude.
stealing everything.
It's fucked up. Okay, I'll give you an easier one. Favorite line in this movie from Arnold?
Oh.
You're my number one customer.
I'm gonna stick with put the fucking
put the
cookie
cookie
down.
down.
Put the cookie
Put the
down.
cookie
I
down.
do like,
No.
okay, minus like the argument he has on the phone with his son.
Speaking
He's
of
like, I've had it up to here
Put
with
it-
Turbo Man.
The kid's like, I can't even see you. We're on the phone. That was good. I mean, a lot of his and Sinbad's banter was improv. The majority of Sinbad's was improv.
Oh, what's the... Okay, can we name all the reindeer? When he's running... And
Dancer,
he's
Dancer, Prancer,
Dancer,
Vixen,
Prancer,
Comet,
Vixen.
Cupid, Donald, Blitzen. Tito, Jermaine. They were naming the fucking Jacksons. He's like, wrong. Yeah.
What are all the reindeer? Dasher,
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen.
There you go.
Donner, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen. Donner, Blitzen. You gotta do it as you're running down the street. That's how it works.
I can't do that.
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen.
Come on, if
Okay.
Arnold can do it, you can do
Hold
it.
on.
If Arnold's gonna
Hold
do
on,
it.
let me try again. Let me put the cookie down.
Put the cookie down.
Okay. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen. I can't do it with the Arnold accent for sure. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen. Don't do.
Dasher, Dancer,
I give
Prancer,
up.
Vixen,
Sorry,
Comet,
love.
Cupid,
You did
Donner,
not
Blitzen.
win a Turbo Man.
No.
Did I get it right? Arnold, he loved filming this movie
Yeah?
because he got to do some shopping on his downtime at the fucking Mall of America.
Fuck, dude.
Hey man, he had 20 mil to burn.
Right?
He was
That's
like, let me
fucking
get
funny.
some shit. But he did enjoy working on this movie a lot, to the point that they did do a premiere at Mall of America for this movie. And he donated props of this movie to the Hard Rock Cafe inside the Mall of America. So if you go in there,
Oh.
there's some Jingle All The Way props in there.
That's cool.
Yeah. Arnold.
All right, that's
Arnold,
one
who's
thing
buff
we need to
most
check out.
everywhere.
Yeah.
From bulging arms to the airy air. But then you meet Danny. What amazing pair. Why watch another movie when you can see two of me? I can't believe I remembered that shit.
I can't believe
That was the
remember that
advertising shit for Twins.
shit. We gotta add it on the list
Mm-hmm.
so I can hear you sing it again.
Yeah.
Well,
When Twins was on TV or something like that, they had an ad because back then it was just
I
straight
don't
up
remember
regularly
this.
scheduled programming.
yeah,
And so they would like make ads for like watch this movie at 8:00 on Fox or whatever.
and it was fucking dumb.
And
Arnold
that's what it
fucking
was.
singing
It
to
was that song.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
your memory, man.
I know,
It's
right?
great. Okay.
Not always, but
Wow. Throwing salt.
I know it's not always, but on the show, I want people to think that he knows his stuff.
you know your
we're fucked
movies.
up.
I had
You
your
know
back.
movies, you know your actors.
I worked 14 hours today.
So
You haters.
30 of those he talked to us.
30 of the 14 hours? Wow.
Yes. Yes.
Fast math.
Okay, so Arnold,
Uh-huh.
he was on another show, like one of his big shows that he was on was The Dating Game in 1973. Arnold was on there.
Okay.
Cool. Did you know that he was also up for playing the Incredible Hulk on TV?
Nice.
See that.
But it went to his rival,
Yep, Lou Ferrigno.
which you could see young Lou Ferrigno on fucking
Pumping iron.
Pumping Iron,
Yeah.
trying to beat him.
Lou Ferrigno was bad, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. That movie made me like want to punch Arnold in the
Put him in
face.
the sleeper hold. I love you, man.
That was good.
Well, you know what he's doing pretty soon?
What?
You're gonna love
Another
it.
Terminator. I'm just kidding.
It just
I
came
mean,
out.
I wouldn't doubt it,
But another one.
but he's doing another of something.
What?
The Legend of Conan.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also, triplets.
Stop it. I'm like, is
Yes.
it another twin?
Jules Benedict is coming back.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm willing to give that one a chance.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
am giving
Yes.
dude, Arnold and
Absolutely.
Danny? Absolutely.
I'm willing to give that
we-
a
If
chance.
Danny DeVito comes back,
Oh, he better,
he
man.
better.
Yeah, we've said we miss slapstick humor. Like,
Mhm. that
I'm
comedy
I'm
was
totally
fucking
down
great,
for that.
dude.
That's funny.
And I'm sorry, but that's one of my favorite Danny DeVito movies as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think he does a hell of a job in that
I like Matilda.
movie. Matilda?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's mean in that one.
I know. But he
Uh,
gets to play his wife is his wife.
okay, I'm going to give you guys a little insight on what's going on with triplets. So, it is scheduled to be directed by Ivan Reitman.
Okay.
It is written or co-written by Josh Gad.
What?
Uh-huh. And it is starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito, and Eddie Murphy.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Are you telling me that Eddie Murphy is the triplet?
Oh my god.
Is that what I'm getting? Because that's what I'm seeing. And if that's what I'm seeing, that is what I'm going to go see.
I'm fucking down.
They have a black sheep brother, man, who's like a black dude. I love it.
Black guy. Yes.
Now I can't wait for the trailer. If Eddie
Holy
Murphy
crap.
is not the third one of them, I don't want to see it. And
Oh
Eddie
my
Murphy,
God.
he's about to have a bunch of shit hit, bam, bam, bam. So,
Uh-huh.
I mean, we just got the fucking
Dolomite, dude.
Dolomite.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Netflix
good.
is coming to bring us
Put your
another-
weight on it.
Oh, yeah. And fucking, that scene was hilarious.
She was laughing her ass off
She
at the
was
so
sex
funny.
scene.
Yes.
I
As he
love
should be.
the chick in that movie. I don't know who she is, but I want to see more of her.
Oh yeah,
She was so good.
She was good.
So good.
She knocks homeboy out in the bar.
Yes. She's like, oh yeah. She was sexy and thick.
She put her weight on
And
it.
she put her weight on it. I loved it. Loved it.
Oh my god. All right, y'all. So that is Jingle All The Way. How'd you like it?
I'm not done, but I
Of
like.
course she's not.
You
She's
know
got
I'm not.
7 more
I
pages.
love this movie.
I'm gonna take a break.
I didn't do that many pages today.
Wake me up
Before you go.
Do you want to know who also was up for the role of Howard
Sure.
instead
Yeah.
of Arnold?
Talk to me.
Tim Allen,
Mm.
the Toolman Taylor.
But
yeah,
he did Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
He did the Santa Claus. Good call.
Good call.
Give me the cookie.
He's gonna eat the last cookie.
Don't throw it
You
at me.
threw it at me.
You were being a butt.
So the parade in this movie was filmed at Universal Studios here in Los Angeles in the middle of May. That's why it's like
Sunny.
super sunny in that scene. And Sinbad said that it was so hot that May that the water in his helmet was like boiling
Nice.
because he has like the brain water
Yeah, he's got the brain
in his
water.
helmet. Yeah, so I mean, it makes sense. It's sitting right there on the top,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
steaming up, boiling up. So yeah, all those people are dying from heat stroke, but trying to make it look like it's cold. Good acting.
Yeah.
There was 5 weeks in April that they filmed this over here at the Mall of America in the town surrounding it. So
That's not a lot.
that's not, and like you said, it looks like winter.
This is all like
in
location
April,
stuff
right?
too.
I would have never known what winter in April looks like on the fucking Midwest, but apparently Smashley says it looks like Jingle All
Because
The
like
Way.
when we recently just rewatched it, I just that's something I noticed. I'm like, that's not what the Midwest looks like during Christmas.
No, everything is white.
Or like even when they showed scenes where like the whole ground is white, the snow is like maybe an inch, whereas in the winter it's like at your knees.
Feet. Yeah.
No, it's at your knees.
Yeah.
There's like
Fuck.
But you got to think of it this way. How in the world can you film in something like that?
We talked about this last year on Just Friends. And they did film in the fucking snow.
one?
And it was so much harder for them to do it. Their machines weren't working properly because they would freeze. They would have to use the hand warming like bags to keep the cameras and the wheels fucking warm enough to like roll. So I get it why they were like, fuck that real
Yeah, it's easier in the cast
shit.
and crew.
Yeah. It's either that
I
or
put him
you
through the Revenant.
Even
film
fucking
everything.
even continuity, like there's like running scenes and shit. Imagine if you have to do a running scene, but you're just following the same running tracks on the third and fourth take.
Yeah. They'd have to smooth it or it'd look crazy.
This
You're
isn't
right.
101 Dalmatians where you just break off a branch from the tree and start sweeping the tracks out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And my tail is cold.
My tail is cold. My nose is cold.
My ears are cold.
And I'm hungry.
101 Dalmatians came out in 1996. So, Turbo Man's red and yellow costume is based on DC's Flash.
Yep.
Nice. I can see that.
And the helmet and such are based off of Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story. So, you might be able to catch that a little bit.
Okay.
Although Jamie can't recognize his dad when there's a yellow shield just covering his eyes.
Jamie!
Well, he's got a very distinct accent.
Nobody sounds like Arnold
Nobody
in this
sounds
entire
like
fucking
Arnold.
world except Arnold. And this small ass rinky dink town. It's gonna take a whole full face mask for me not to know that's my dad.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny, but I mean, Clark Kent, all he wears is sunglasses. And he
Glasses.
just
Just
wears
wears
glasses,
glasses, dude.
and he no one knows who he is, so it can happen.
But I mean, I like Christopher Reeves as Superman. Like he was able to like change his demeanor quite a bit.
You just
from
gotta
Superman to Clark Kent.
you gotta comb your hair to the other side, take the glasses off, and you're Superman, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Superman, man.
man. Prepare, man. Is that what it was? Turbo Man, the Turbo Man TV show that we see at the beginning of the movie, is based off of Go Power Rangers,
that.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, especially those like little colorful guys that come out and
That look like Power Rangers?
Yeah,
Yep.
and they just come and kick them. That's what it's based off of.
That looks about right.
So like at the end of the movie, where Liz is like, I love to see how you went all out just to get our son that Turbo Man, and it just made me think, what'd you get me? This was left open so that they could make a part 2. A Jingle All The Way. Him, instead of getting a Turbo Man, is him getting a tennis bracelet. I don't know. I just made that one up. But yeah. So,
I mean, that sounds about right.
sounds about right. I would probably watch that if it was the same cast.
Sure.
But that did not happen until part 2 came out in 2014. Now, I don't know if I would recommend watching this one because Larry the Cable Guy is like the dad, and he has a daughter, and his ex-wife is remarried, and so it's like the stepdad and the dad fighting to get her this toy.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah. I
Yeah, that's
mean, if
different.
it's on Hallmark
different.
and you ain't got nowhere to go, maybe watch it, but I ain't gonna say seek it out. That's just me.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you seek it out, you might be a redneck.
You might be a redneck.
Oh, that's not Larry. Who's that? That's Jeff Foxworthy.
They're the same. They were on the fucking Redneck Guy tour. I think that's what it was called, or something like that.
Sure.
So let me give you my last fun fact. I'm pretty sure I hit them all. Obviously, the reindeer in this movie was real.
Yes.
I mean, the
They
full
make some weird noises.
The full shot of him is real, but when they did close-ups or medium close-ups,
Animatronic.
it's a puppet.
Yeah.
So when Arnold you picked the wrong
Sucker
day,
punch him.
and he punches him in the fucking face,
You
it's a puppet.
started it.
I
Yeah.
hope it's a puppet.
But when he's feeding them beer, I believe that is real. But I don't believe the
It's
beer.
not real beer.
The beer is not real. The deer is real.
though.
Okay? Just gonna throw that out there.
No animals were harmed in the making of this movie.
They
Not
weren't.
never.
No. because the animal people were there like on fucking Shawshank, and they have to wait for shit to die before they can feed it to a bird. That's so...
Maggot.
Little fucking
Die.
maggot. Unbelievable.
Who cares? It's a fucking maggot. I'm sorry. But they're dirty flies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know what time it is.
I know what time it is.
You don't know what time it is.
What time?
It's time for Z for the people. Are you ready?
It's a lot.
So this Z for the people is one that we've already done, but it fit perfectly on this, and it's that time of the year that we bringing it back.
Okay.
Toys for Tots.
Yes.
This thing started back in 1947 because a woman wanted to donate toys to unprivileged children to her firefighter husband, but his ass couldn't find anywhere to donate these toys back then. So she started Toys for Tots, and they've been serving us for all these many decades. Mm-hmm. You see them at every grocery store. Mm-hmm. You see them at every church. Anytime it's Christmas time,
come on, sister.
there's a box that you're supposed to put unwrapped and unused toys into. And I say we do it. Mm-hmm. I have a friend whose birthday is in December, and he always throws big birthday parties. And at his birthday parties, the way to get in is bring a toy, and he donates all the toys to Toys for Tots.
That's really cool.
So do something like that, holiday party, birthday party, whatever, because every kid deserves a Turbo Man. Or the Johnny Tank. The Johnny
007 or whatever it's called.
Oh, about the Johnny one-man army tank, whatever it is. That is actually a real toy. Mm. I looked up the old-ass black and white commercial for this toy. And the toy looked really cool. I would be upset that I didn't get it too.
This must have been a toy that Sinbad remembers from his own childhood.
Or whoever wrote it was thinking like, oh, I wish I would have got that. My neighbor got it. Now he's a billionaire. You know? So
thanks, Dad.
Thanks,
blah,
Dad.
Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, before we move on, I just want to say, do not down on a mailman, because they make good money. Mm-hmm. They get good pensions. They work for the fucking government, and they're not drunks. My father retired from the fucking post office, and I didn't like the way they treated.
They didn't depict mailmen in a good light in this
he's
movie.
Carrying around bombs. It's a sick world.
Throwing around mail everywhere.
Throwing around mail. He didn't give a shit, you know? And then Arnold flashes to see his son as a drunken mailman. And you're like, well, he could be worse. Mm-hmm. He could be fucking making meth or...
homeless dude that don't got a job.
This dude works for the government. He chilling. I'm just saying. I'm just going to throw it out there. So, yeah. Toys for Tots.
Toys for Tots.
Preach.
And that is Z for the people.
I like that one.
Okay.
How you doing? That was
I feel like
a long one.
I feel like,
you've been going.
Yeah.
Like you've just been running around all day shopping.
I was running around all day.
Turbo Man.
Turbo Man.
Turbo Man.
These guys want a Turbo
gone.
Man. Can you believe it?
Those
they
fucking guys with their
oh shit, what's his face from Saturday Night Live? Is in there.
I don't remember his name either, though.
But he plays one of the story clicks.
Yep. Where have you guys been?
Yeah, I would laugh at him too. Like, you didn't watch the news for the past month and saw that everybody's sold out of this?
I've been working.
No, I was working.
That's your fault.
I have a lot of number one customers.
You're my number one customer. He said it to his wife.
Said it to his wife. Straight fucked her. Oh, this, honey. I'm sorry. I was just. Oh shit.
You better change it. Be like, you're my number one wife. Like, I'd rather hear that.
With it, yeah.
But you just say the same thing you say to your douchebag clients. I don't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right. Well, let's do this scene so we can go to sleep.
All right. Follow us. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Zenobia is fading fast.
I am fading fast.
Get that energy up. We on Twitter. We on Instagram. We on Facebook. We on YouTube. We on Google Podcasts. We on iTunes Podcasts. We on Castbox. We on Spotify. We on Podbeam.
Yes. Shit. Close Encounters. Lights, Camera, Cocktail. No F's.
Get that fucking ass out of there.
Get it out. We don't need it.
Don't want it.
I
can't
don't know.
use
This hot chocolate made me like all warm and toasty, ready to go like sleep and shit.
Uh-huh.
A nice cozy drink.
Yeah.
It was good. You guys should try this.
I'm glad we're in our sweaters and PJs, though.
Yeah.
I noticed that your fucking sweater is Star Wars.
It is Star Wars.
It took me a minute to notice that.
I couldn't do straight up ugly sweater.
Mine is very ugly, but I am wearing my like Christmas PJs.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm feeling it.
You're ready for bed.
I'm already
Should
ready.
go past that right after this.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Next week I picked an awesome movie that we are very excited about.
For next week. Oh my god, we're gonna have so much fun.
I can't wait. I don't know what we're gonna drink. I have no clue.
We got to do this movie when I have the next day off, because it's gonna get serious.
We're gonna be drinking. We're gonna be singing. We're gonna be laughing. We're gonna be crying.
That's
next week.
That's basically that's everything that's gonna be going on. So let me get into this character because he's got a deep ass voice.
Yeah. Oh yes, he did.
Yes, he did. All right, Zenobia, you got the first line whenever you're ready.
Dude, I'm not touching his nuts or them vice grips.
Oh yes, you are.
Oh no, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Bullshit.
You invited us to take that back, baby.
Baby. All right. Here we go. Dude, I'm not touching his nuts or them vice grips.
Oh yes, you are.
Oh no, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Bullshit.
You invited me to this party. Ain't that right?
Yeah, that's right. Whatever y'all do, make it quick. I think I'm gonna pass out.
Shit. Damn it. All right. One more time. I'm sorry. Fucking up over here.
Let me hit him in the face.
I'm real close. I am fading.
I know. Okay. Here we go.
Dude, I'm not touching his nuts or them vice grips.
Oh, yes, you are.
Oh no, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Bullshit.
You invited me to this party. Ain't that right?
Yeah, that's right. Whatever y'all do, make it quick. I think I'm about to pass out.
No. It's your party, your pliers, his nuts in your hand. That's how it's going to happen. Donna, get the dough. Hold on. Hey.
What?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Take these pliers.
All right. You ready?
Oh, I'm ready, player.
You ready? On the count of 3. 1,
On your balls.
2,
Grab a handful.
3.
Go! How you gonna live with pimp?
Munching all these balls.
In a one-horse open sleigh.
So we about to get real.
Pimpin'.
Been pimping since been pimping, y'all.
What's going on, man? Ain't nothing going on. Thanks for the invite. Really appreciate it.
Where my bitches?
Where my bitches?
It is a where my bitches.
That's
moment.
a different pimp.
But
Y'all
that,
got the game messed up.
that pimp is in this movie.
That pimp
I
is
just
in
like
this
saying
movie.
that.
All right, well, we fucking did it, yo. Jingle all the motherfucking way.
Jingle all the way. Oh my god. All right, y'all. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for sticking with us. This has been fun. We will see you guys right here next week with a whole new Christmas movie. One of our personal favorites.
Yes, it is.
On Lights, Camera,
Cocktails.
Cocktails. We out.